In part 20 of Fire Emblem Engage, we take a break from the DLC to do a couple more chapters before the big Xenologue DLC. So we head back to Solm and talk to the queen to get their emblem ring. And after looking through a couple of drawers, she realizes that her daughter actually took it. So we head out to the Solm Desert to find the princess. Now she's there with her two retainers, but is then attacked by two big bandits. We show up just in time and we unlock her emblem ring, that is, Emblem Ike. So we start the map and we get 3 new units. So let's go over them. First, of course, is Tamara. She has good speed, dex, and defense, but kinda low attack. This makes it really rough to use until she gets her unique skill. When she gets her unique skill, which is promoted level 5, she becomes so much better. Her unique skill is called Sandstorm, and it has a percentage dex chance to do 150% of defense as attack. Now, once we get her there, I pair her with Brave Lance, and she can do some fairly consistent high damage while being pretty tanky. Next up is Marin, who is a Wolf Knight, which is basically just like a mounted thief. Kinda low strength, high speed, high dex. She's kinda decent, but I used her in my last run, so skip. And finally we have Panette, who is a Berserker, known for her capability to reach 100% crit due to her personal skill plus Killer Axe with Lynn's Engraving. It's a stupidly strong combo, which is why I used it in my first run, so skip. So we start the map, and it's a nighttime map, so visibility is limited. In addition, there are a number of breakable walls in the way, which Ike has, he has the power to one-shot them. So they're really trying to push you to do that, but there's just way too many walls for it to be viable for Ike to kind of break them all down. Also, a couple of houses they can visit for some free items. Now we start at the top left, the boss is in the bottom right, and unfortunately Tamara, Marin, and Panette start in the middle of the map. So they're on full defensive while the rest of the squad pushes towards them. Now, they're strong enough to kind of handle themselves. It only takes us like 2 turns to actually get to them. But still, it's a little scary, and if we were on higher difficulties, I'd be genuinely concerned for their safety. So I have Louis head down south while everybody else heads towards Tamara. We quickly meet up, and now it's just kind of slowly pushing our way through the reinforcement spawns combined with the absurd number of breakable walls. Now, we do have a bit of a scare, as there is a lake to the top right where there are flying units that come down and will attack you. But basically, as long as I don't keep any like my healers or mages right next, close to the water, we should be fine. Finally, we're able to push up to the bosses. Now, this map is a bit interesting, as there are actually 2 bosses. It's 2 different berserkers. So I use Alir, and I engage with Veronica, and I spin the gacha and get Emblem Marth. Now Marth, when sitting on a forest tile, basically can't be hit. I think the Berserker's highest chance to hit was 4%, the other one had an actual 0% chance to hit. So this means he can get a bit of free damage, and also bait the enemies towards him. So we send Alir, who also has a really low chance of getting hit, and Louis, who takes next to no damage. With their powers combined, we're able to finish off the bosses the next turn. After the battle, we have a chat with the royals about why didn't they just ask for help from the other countries if they had this massive corrupted problem, and they basically just want to be self-sufficient, don't want to owe favors. And then we suddenly get news that Hortensia has seized the castle, so we head off back to the castle to go and save the queen.